Hello, welcome to another episode of the Deck Durdle. We're on to Judgement, and hopefully you've seen the set musings that goes with this, which will give you a little bit of better idea about what sort of mechanics and themes are in the set. So I'm going to dive in now. Here's my card pool. So I created 6 virtual boosters from MTGen for the Judgement set. Obviously it's a small set, so we're going to see a bit of a weird distribution for some of the commons, where we might see possibly multiple copies beyond the, beyond say 3. We got 4 of Border Patrol here. So I think I'm going to, for this particular video, I'm just going to let the certain cards like pull me in a certain direction. I've noticed that we have a Nantuko Monastery, a Mirari's Wake, and another green, white, rare down here. So one of my builds is going to be green, white, and then my second build, and I've got a copy of my cardboard here to make life a little bit easier, is going to be the reigning colours. So I'm going to be in a green, white deck first, and then I'm going to go down a blue, black, red rabbit hole and just see what comes of it. So let's pull out all the cards we don't want to play. Okay, this is really pulling us towards green, white. Okay, got to find some way of getting that into my graveyard. It's a sort of land equivalent of, where are they? I don't know if I've got any in here at all. But there was a cycle of cards that, oh, here we go. Yeah, there you go, Valor. This sort of thing, these creatures. Incantation. That was what I was trying to think of. So yeah, it's rather like a land version of an incantation. Okay, so let's open up Sideboard and put our or everything that's not either green or white in there. So yeah, it'd be interesting. We've got some red and black removal that will be interesting when I build the second deck. See where that takes me. I've often found with the smaller sets, and this is just sort of anecdotal, but if you sort of pick 2 colours and the colours are pretty strong, the deck sort of builds itself a little bit. But, particularly if you've got certain strong, that with certain multiples of certain strong cards, it becomes quite obvious as to what particular rabbit hole you need to go down. So obviously been pulled here by the various sort of rares and uncommons that are leading me to want to play green, white. Looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of pruning here. Oh, where's that mirror wall? There we go. There's going to be a few cards in here which also have off-colour activation costs. So we'll have to just see if I can find any of those. might be another good indicator as to what colours work good together. Hmm, 1-6 with vigilance. Wow. Okay. Right, let's just work across it. So I want to keep these lands. I just got to remember I've got 2 lands here, so I only need 15 basics when I come to pull in the basics. Okay. Yeah, we want to play this. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Charging creatures can't attack. Interesting. Birds. So, bird soldier, nomad, spirit, hawk. Yeah, I'm not really playing enough birds. It'll be interesting though. Is there anything? I'm just checking out here. Not that I'm going to build one, but yeah, maybe not. Let me take that out. I think I'm playing enough birds to get that to do. We don't. That's a sideboard card. Combat damage. Not playing fog effects. Let me just sideboard that for the moment. Tap down. Okay, yep. Yeah, just take out Mind Charm and Disruption for the moment. So what do we got here? 1 on a white gives us +1/+0 first strike. It's more of a defensive card. Let me sideboard that. I'll just play one of those. And one of those. 36. Okay. So we've already got 2 land in here. So we need to get that down to 25. Okay. Let us put this on a curve and see what our 1-drops look like. Okay. Interesting. More fixing. 1/1 for 1, but we sack it. Puts it in our graveyard, so it helps with threshold. It's the only thing here. Suntail Hawk. That'd be more fun if that was, you could flash that in. So I'm just looking at ways of getting this in to my graveyard. Interesting. So this could work against. It's going to be turning threshold off. Don't know if that really belongs in this deck. Looks like we may have a phantom deck here. It's a 2/2 flyer. Okay, let's just remove Suntail Hawk. So I'm interested in these interactions between counters here. I don't know if I want stuff out of my graveyard. Okay, so these could be going into my graveyard. Lose 5 cards here. Let me actually probably do this. Okay. So I got an 8 drop. 2 5s. So that's a 7/7. That's a 4/4 for 6. Oh, do I need that? 5 drop. That's fine. 2-2 with flying. Two for 2. I'll lose 2 cards here. 5 for 6 with trample. Effective at holding stuff off, actually. Let's bring it back in. Yeah, tricky. Oh, got a lot of 2-drops. Curve's a bit weird. Okay. What am I doing here? Getting confused. Problems spelling, there we go. O-D-Y, that's it. Okay. Now, oh dear me, sorry. Cheating there. Okay. Again. Right, let's see what these looks like. Oh, it's a bit of a lumpy deck, this. Okay, so we saved that. Boom. What we got? Okay, turn 2 Phantom Nomad, but we have no land. That's not good. Let's just mulligan. Oh, that's better. Okay, so turn 2 Harvest Druid, turn 1 Croson Wayfarer. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's pretty. So yeah, play that. So play forest, play that, sack it, play plains. Oh yeah. That's an interesting start. Shame we didn't have multiple copies of that actually. It's interesting, you just mulligan down till you have like 2 land and then that card. Phantom Nomad again. Yeah, that's playable turn 2. It's actually not looking too shabby. We seem to be ending up with playables on turn 1 and turn 2. Actually, this is not bad. I suppose there's a danger things could go. It's not the fastest deck in the world. Oh, there's a crazy. Yeah, see, again. That's the hand we want. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. Apart from that first one, I don't think we've had a particularly bad hand so far. Apart from that, this is shaping up good. Cool. Okay, let's just go back then to our copy. And see what red, black, blue combination thereof looks like. So we need to get all this out. In fact, I'm just gonna not even bother sideboarding the stuff I don't want to play because I'm not going to be dragging it back in. I won't make a silly mistake here and take something out. I can always undo it. Hang on, let me just get this in a colour order. I'm less likely to make a mistake. Out you come. So, whoops, I think this one's definitely going to be a bit harder to build because I'm going to have to do quite a bit of tweaking here to decide in terms of how I want the red, the black and the blue to balance out. But we'll see. Okay, so 42 cards. We definitely need to just get this down to 22. Playing 3 colours, so I'd rather play 18 land. First of all, what we'll do is we'll order this by CMC. Right, what's this? 6. Interesting. It's more of a combat trick than removal. Does get stuff in the graveyard. Oh, I've got lots of sacking stuff here. 2 with a condition there. Lots of discard going on. Threshold. Right. No. Name an online card. Target player area. Let me just set up a proper sideboard here, just in case I accidentally remove something I want to get back. Okay, right. Target single graveyard from the game. Sideboard that for the moment. Might be up. Well, I might want to just have one copy of that actually in the deck. There's book burning. Game. It's interesting. Okay. Don't really want to do that. It's fine. It's a creature without flying. And that's probably going to do worse for me than it is my opponent. Lava Dart. Mental Note. Put that over there for the moment. Okay. Cunning Wish. Interesting. Mm. 7 for 3 damage. No. Yeah, no. Let's get rid of that. Where are we? Okay, so we got to cut 4 cards. What would I want to bring in? That's the question. No, that's not very good. Or is it? Hang on. Well, yeah, maybe. There's quite a lot of 1/1s. I'm trying to decide about this one. Maybe not. Unless the player has book burning, deal 6 damage to him or her. Put the top 6 cards. Library into his library. Player might want stuff in their graveyard. Is that going to be counterproductive? Maybe. Could be a problem in a 3-colour deck. Okay. Let's just go with this and see what it looks like. It's a bit of a dog's breakfast, but you know. Oh, there we go. That's 360s, 360s are 18. Okay, let's do this. What am I doing? There we go. Just randomly picking some land here, just rather than just go. I think when we looked at the set the land's coming from, we'd worked out what the most expensive lands. What am I doing? Why is that not coming out right? Oh yeah, that's good. Bingo. Okay, well dived. Let's just look at the stats because I didn't. Oh my word. We have a rather large hole in our 2 drops. Oh well. Let's see what happens if we. Let's go ahead. Okay, so turn 3. So we can make our land drops up to turn 3. In terms of what we can play here, within those land drops, Toxic Stench and a Keflid Ink Shrouder. Oh, there's our mountain. So that opens up Lava Dart and Swelter. So by turn 2, in theory, everything's playable. Could do another land about now. Yep, that's good. Okay. So 2 quite different decks here. There's our blue mana source. Got Bliss and so yeah, the deck is very 1-1-y. A lot of 1-drops. We're alright at the moment, we don't need a swamp. So everything's blue and red. My only concern is we'd sort of get, with so many 1-1s, it's easy for them to be outperformed if they turn up later in the game. That's an interesting card. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way the land's falling, actually. So neither deck makes me go, wow, but they're playable. Yeah, it's interesting though. Oh, and that's our first bad hand, really. That's even worse. All land. Yeah, so I think I'd probably prefer the green one, but that's interesting stuff going on here. It's interesting how these sort of play out. It's interesting because some of these are going to, you know, this, I think I've said before, this set in and of itself doesn't seem to be powerful, but there seems to be some really interesting interactions going on here. Like you've got stuff like leaving play and coming back in again, and then we've got other cards with like ETB abilities on them. This could get very interesting. So you've got like, these are worm fangs, aren't they? I think all of these with the, is that right? All the sort of blue nightmares. You could have them. Yeah, that one would get interesting interaction with other nightmares. The good is I've got so many sacrifice things here that my graveyard would fill up pretty quick, so I could make threshold. I don't know if you want to play like a four colour deck. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. The other thing I will do, I don't like to look at the theme decks too much before I do this episode, but I'm going to have a quick look now because sometimes they'll give you a bit of a clue as to different rabbit holes you can go down. So the theme deck, but the trouble is, of course, these would require or pivot around other cards from other sets in the block. But so we've got red, blue, flying. Okay. There's a white weenie deck in there. But again, leveraging probably cards from other sets in the block. Oh, okay. Aggro green. And green, white phantom, which we did see. So we did sort of go with green, white. Although we didn't get many of these sort of cards, but okay, it's good to know sometimes. Like I said, looking at theme decks is always interesting, particularly I think more so in the first set because of course it's pulling exclusively from the large set, whereas this is pulling from, oh sorry, these are pulling from all three. So yeah, we had the green white deck in here, and then the this one. If I go back. Back to that deck. And blue, black, red. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now.